What's up, big dog?
Mark, what up, dog? You all right?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
I'm listening to these truths you up here speaking, man. I've been in the game for like 2 years, and I'm running all Amazon relay.
Hmm.
I started with one truck, and I went to six in 2 years. So everything you saying is true. But if people don't want to hear that, and they still want to do the wrong things and not put that work in and get that knowledge, then
Hmm.
like you said, it's on them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I understand. That's why I kind of scale back because I realize the mindset of what we're dealing with now. And I used to get kind of frustrated, like, man, why ain't they getting it? Why ain't they getting it? But 3 years now later of creating content, I just realized, you know, where we are as far as society and the mindset. And that's why I kind of scale back. I do it now to just pretty much, I wouldn't say troll, but to really just get a rise out of ignorant people
Okay.
and just to keep myself in the algorithm. Listen, I understand. Listen, that is a reason why the majority is failure and the minority is successful. Only a few amount of people that come into any business are going to succeed. So
Yeah,
the
and you right about that. Like I was so I'm selling one of my trucks and I was talking to a guy that's I'm out in Detroit, and by the way. So I was
Mhm.
talking to a guy and I was telling him like people failing because they not doing the work. I mean, you can't tell me that somebody else can be successful and you can't. It's just you don't have the sauce basically. Or you're not putting the work in and getting that knowledge to actually be successful. And like with the cheap freight, I was calling in too. Like I just took a rate at 189 per mile, $1.89 per mile. But I did that because I'm training a new guy. So and Amazon, man, it was getting late in the day, and I'm trying to get this guy trained. So I went ahead and booked the rate $1.89. But I know I can't survive on no 189, but I had to do it. You know what I mean?
So
So
hold that.
okay,
Now you hear what you just said, right?
yeah,
Now someone's gonna say, "Oh, you're making things bad. Why would you take that? You're part of the problem. You taking cheap freight." But here's the thing:
right,
you don't give a fuck about what they think. You're doing shit because for whatever reason, whether you took it at a loss or not, it's in the best interest of whatever you got going on. You're spending
absolutely,
money to train someone. It costs
right,
money to train. When you hire someone, people don't understand. When you're running a business and you hire someone, it costs money to hire people. That's why people rather retain people than lose them because it's going to cost money onboarding someone else. So that's just part of your
right,
cost on training somebody new. But to an ignorant person, they're gonna be, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're doing it because it's in the best interest of you and your business at this particular time. Your concern isn't their concern. Your plight ain't their plight, and vice versa.
right. And you're right. You're right. Like I watched that live that you did last. I think it was yesterday with Midwest. And
Mm-hmm.
and before you came on, he was just bashing Penske, man. And I done purchased 4 trucks from Penske, and I done had them replace everything from the little vent window to the whole steering wheel to a brand new $30,000 transmission. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I done bought all level twos from them. And
Mm-hmm.
and every truck they send me a cooler bag or a thermos or I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, they just always sending something. But
Mm-hmm.
I just put a comment in his was like, I can't have you bashing Penske like that because I personally purchased 4 and I purchased them all for 24.5, 22.5, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like just because you had one bad deal and you didn't do what you were supposed to do or have the knowledge to report your items within 15 days, then
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I know that's his experience, but I wouldn't be bashing him like that.
But right, but so that's the same thing. Your situation, your plight, and his plight, two different
Totally
things.
different.
You're in
Yeah.
favor, and he's not because of, he had a bad experience, so he's gonna forever have that sour taste uh
Yeah.
in his mouth. But you know what? That's business. I totally 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, yeah. And then like one bad apple, like I mean, you can't just say I'm gonna buy one and be done because of your experience with that. Cause I purchased the truck off of eBay too. This the one that I'm sitting in. Yeah, I
Hmm.
paid 15,000, but man, I put 20,000 in this truck in 7 days. It broke down on the driver up in Holland, Michigan,
Hmm.
and had it towed to a dealer near there, and they kind of just didn't do the right thing, man. And it cost
Hmm.
me like 7 grand. So
Hmm.
it drove for like 3 days, and then I took it to the dealer down near me, and they hit me for 12 grand, man, in that same week. But
Hmm.
you live and you learn. So now I get my trucks towed back to my places, which is I use a guy out of Livonia, Michigan, and then I use the dealer down in Monroe, Michigan.
Hmm.
But you live and you learn. And this business, I got into it because I know a buddy that got 6 trucks. And my main thing is real estate. So I got a lot of money behind me. So if I have issues, it ain't really no issues.
Right,
And,
right,
and,
right,
and, I,
right.
and I, I'm able to scale by having cash behind me to move forward.
Hmm. So see what you just said. It resonates with a lot of the stuff that I talk about. One, you have cash. Two, your trucks that you buy are, I don't want to say they're cheap, but they're not expensive, right? But you have cash that if you have to put money into them, you can put money into them and you still come out cheaper than
Yeah.
what these guys are going when they're spending 50, 60, and $70,000 on these trucks, and then they have that high overhead. This is part
Yeah,
of the
that's great.
reason why you've been able to scale at the pace you've been able to scale in a short period of time, because you understand business. You understand that you need cash flow, and you understand that you need to keep your operational costs down. So, based on what you're telling me, is I see why you scale in comparison to a lot of the people that click the link and come up here. It's the complete opposite.
Yeah, and that's like another thing, man. Is I mostly pay cash for everything. Like, so I don't pay that little 3% fee, that 4% credit card fee. I just write you a check, and I keep that money. And like just the other day, my insurance renewal was coming up on the
Mm,
19th of July, and
mm-hmm,
I'm shopping around right now. So Progressive came with a rate like 45,000 and some change, but they told me if I
mm-hmm.
paid in full 38,000, I saved $7,723. I'm like, well, I just pay it in full
Right,
and put that money in my pocket instead of going to chase $7,700. You know what I mean?
right, right, right,
So
right.
so
Yeah.
so you got to keep the bills low, guys. And if you keep the bills low, then you're able to compete and weather storms.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
Yeah.
tell people to buy cash too, but there's a rush to get in this industry now. I think I got to understand why people want to get in so bad, but you know, I'm a cash person. I promote cash. Obviously, you buy cash. Another reason why I think you've been able to scale so quickly. A lot of stuff that I talk about sounds like you've done it the exact same way, which ultimately it is why you're successful. So I for one, I want to say congratulations on scaling. You said 6 trucks in 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, man. Congratulations, man, and yeah, keep
Thanks.
it up, man. It sounds like you understand business, so you're gonna have
Yeah, I've been at it a
success.
while.
Yeah, yeah.
I, I
You from
I've
the
been I've been in business, man. So
Yeah, you say you
and
from
like
Detroit, right? So you a hustler anyway. You a
yeah, I'm from
hustler anyway.
Detroit. That's like I was saying. I don't need this money at all. Like my
Mm-hmm.
money is in real estate. Even my house is paid for 700,000. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like all my stuff is cash. My credit score high. I sleep like a baby, man, because I don't owe nobody a dime.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's how I'm able to move the way I move because I keep them bills low, man. Just kind of like Ford and when the crisis happened, they didn't need
Mm-hmm.
no money because they was lean.
Yep. Yep.
So Yeah, that's and that's what you got to do. You can't just be out here spending everything because you got it. If you go in a gas station, I mean, I get gas only out of gas station. I won't even get a bottle of water. I get that when I get to the home or at a place out. You know,
Hmm.
so it's just that type of mindset. You just can't go giving your money away. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, yeah. You can't.
Yeah, but yeah, that was it, man. I just called in and just let some of your viewers know it could be done, man. But it's definitely work. That is like how people bash Amazon. Man, my guys run 2 routes a day every day with Amazon. Like they'll
Hmm.
go out and they bring a route back. They making anywhere from 200 to 330 a day, but it just depends on what they have. But if you're not putting the work in and burning your ass up on that load board, you ain't gonna
Hmm.
get it. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the reason a lot of guys, you know, the same reason they fell at Amazon is the same reason the guys fell OTR. I mean, I poke fun. The reason why I poke fun at Amazon is not really for Amazon because I'm an investor in the company. I'm transparent about it. The
yeah,
reason
me
why I
too.
do it is to get a rise out of people because 3 years ago everybody was so Amazon, 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 Amazon. So I just found it comical that people, were holding this company so near and dear, and I'm just like, this is still a business. At any time, they'll just snap their finger and cut the switch, and shit'll change. And we've
Yeah,
seen something like that happen recently. But they understand business too, and they know whether they transition, let's say, out of relay or don't. Currently, they still need owner operators, and they're only going to deal with the ones that can run lean and that can afford to run profitably, and the ones that can't, just like any other business, they're going to self delete.
yeah, absolutely.
So it is what it is, man. It's business. It's either you're gonna get with it or the business is gonna correct you up out of it. So
Yes, it's one way or the other, but it can be done, man. Like I said, you just got to put in the work, man. You know,
mhm,
if you it but I do feel the owner operators because it's just them, and they still need rest. They got to file these disputes. You know what I
mhm,
mean? They got to look for routes, and
mhm,
that's a lot for just one person.
mhm,
So, um, but I'm a worker, man. I'm your age. I'm 45. I was born in 80.
mhm,
Actually, I was the first baby in 80.
mhm,
Um, but I'm a worker. So even when it was just me with my Hino, I was still getting the job done. I mean, I was tired, but I got the work done, you know? And that's just what you got to do, man. And if your eyes burn like mine was, go get you some of those blue blocking glasses and get
mhm.
to it, you know?
Yes, sir.
But the owner operator definitely need help because when Amazon, when you're doing disputes, man, it just takes time, and that single person, they need rest too, you know.
Mhm.
So
But I mean, that's with Amazon. That's what they sign up for. Let me ask you
yeah,
this: while I got you on here, for a single owner operator that has one truck that's new, do you think Amazon is something that they should solely be doing, or do you think that's something that they should use to supplement something else?
uh, I think. I mean, of course, it depends on the area, but I think
Mhm.
that's solely what they should be doing because
Okay.
they just make it so easy, man. It's no factoring. You can get mud flap, get the cheap fuel with mud flap, or
Mhm.
whoever you want to use for cheap fuel. But and then you local.
Mhm.
They just have to be able to weather the fuel costs and any breakdowns, and until they start getting a few chips with Amazon, you know. And but then
Mhm.
they definitely need to study that board. That way you can learn how to finagle and get routes back. You know what I mean? You ain't just going out and just driving back. So any given night when I was doing it myself,
Mhm.
I was probably pulling in probably like 300 starting out, you know. But as I got into it,
Mhm.
and I started looking in like 5, 6 different cities around my area that do Amazon. I was able to book routes coming back before I even had a route going. But
Mhm.
I would do that, and I would book the route coming back. I don't care what it paid. If it paid $1.50, I would book it because I know it's plentiful routes that can get me near there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
within 50 miles of picking that up, and
Mhm.
that's what I would do. But if you're not doing the work and looking in your area, or even have an area like that, then
Mhm.
it just makes it a little bit tough. So if you are in a tougher area, then I would probably supplement. Then
What's your
but
thoughts on? Oh, go ahead. Finish. I had another
but
question for you.
it's so many Amazons around me. It's kind of easy to do.
What's your thoughts on um Amazon, the middle mile DSP program, as far as them, continuously bringing in trucks? Do you think ultimately they're going to mimic what they did 7, 8 years ago with the final mile, with middle mile, where either you're DSP or we just phase you out? They just change that whole middle mile model to a DSP model, or do you think they're going to continue to just keep it split? They'll probably bring on more trucks, but then have some owner operators, you know, taking the extras.
Yeah, I think the owner operators are not going anywhere in certain areas, and the
Mm-hmm.
reason I say that is because I went to Amazon RelayCon out in Las
Okay.
Vegas last year,
Okay.
and it's different things that they want to do and trying to do, like bring in mom and pops on their load board. So you'll be not only booking Amazon off their load board, you'll be also booking mom and pop loads off the load board.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked into DSP. I wouldn't do it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of guy to where I'll get in, get my money, and I'll do something else. But I'll probably still do that. But like now I have 6 trucks. I'm not getting no more than 6. I'm gonna stay with 6. Um, I don't know if I will end up selling it, but I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go buy some lakefront property and build. I'm a licensed builder too, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably build some Airbnbs or something, or do a little community or something, maybe like ten houses and sell those. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to go all in with no with anything. You got to be diversified.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't think the owner option's going anywhere. But like I said, it depends on the area.
How big is their fleet in your market? Would you say it's about 50-50?
Oh no, it's definitely not 50-50. Probably if I had to guess, I would say like 15%, man. It's mostly
Mm-hmm.
owner ops around here. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, there's so many of them, man. Like where I park my trucks, it's literally 4 locations. It's 3 Amazons in Romulus, Michigan alone. 2 of them are
Mm-hmm.
directly across the street from each other. Another one is 20 minutes away. And then it's another one, which is Brownstown, which is 12 minutes away. And then
Mm-hmm.
we're not even talking about Livonia, Detroit, Canton, it's Plymouth, Michigan. Like man,
Mm-hmm.
it's so many Amazons here. It's crazy.
Okay.
Now
All right.
we're not out of a lot of those though. We mainly out of 3 of those because they usually do tractor trailer and majority of the ones that I just spoke about.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I think we good for the most part. But if I had to give somebody some advice on it, when you making money, man, you want to save some, you want to put some in stocks, you want to like that's like my rental properties. I got coin operated washers and dryers as well to give my tenants a better quality of life, and then they end up staying with me longer too. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
referrals,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, yeah, I get probably like 2, 3 thousand every 2 or 3 months off the coin operated washers and dryers. But that's not
Mm-hmm.
what I'm looking for. I'm looking for to give my tenants better quality of life, get stuff
Mm-hmm.
fixed within 2 hours, I mean 24 hours, stuff like that. That
Mm-hmm.
way you bad, you good, you get good. You bad, you get bad. That's just
Right.
basically what it is. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that see, you know business, so that's why it's easy for you to navigate in this industry. But I'm glad you called up because this conversation with you, you see how it's different from a lot of the conversations I have with a lot of the people that call up. So it's good to see that there are some individuals out there that understand business. And to the people who don't understand business, this is a guy that you're competing against. This is a guy that can, you know, ultimately compete regardless of what the rates are because you understand the market. Whether the market is up, whether the market is down, you have to make sure that your cost is somewhere, regardless, that you're going to be profitable no matter what, man. So yeah, man, it's good, man. I'm glad to hear that things are up for you. The business is working out for you, man. Just keep it up, man. Keep
Yeah,
it
I
up.
appreciate it. Keep getting this knowledge out here, man, because they definitely need it, man. Because like I don't want to say my man name over in Atlanta that keep talking that 5,000 mess, but like, come on, man, that ain't what it is, you know.
You know what, man? At the end of the day, you coming from Detroit, me being from Chicago, we know hustle's gonna hustle, right?
Right,
When it comes when it from a business perspective, at the end of the day, it's up to you, right? When you're deciding on who you're gonna go with as far as consuming information, you look at him as like a consulting firm. He has a consulting firm, right?
right,
If you invest in that consulting firm and you follow that blueprint, then ultimately at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out for you as a business owner, there's only one person you have to blame, and that's you. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I mean, I don't even get upset with him because sometimes I try to put myself in the mindset of an ignorant person.
yeah,
But it's hard to do, bro, because I don't think I've ever been that ignorant that I could believe that I could be sold on the idea of making this much money and it only costs me this amount of money to do it.
right, yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
I just told you I spent 20,000 in 1 week on one truck, you know.
mhm.
So, and that'll just put people right out the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, they would have left
Yeah.
that shit on the side of the road somewhere, or left it wherever it broke down at. You dig what
All
I'm
right,
saying? So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, you gonna have people like that. And at the end of the day, you know, it's unfortunate, but people like him, they ain't gonna go nowhere. So you can't really trip on them. If a
right,
person
yeah.
believes that shit, ultimately that shit is on them, and he ain't the only one. So
Oh
it
yeah, for
is what it
sure.
is, man. You know,
Yeah.
So,
All right.
but man, it's good talking with you though.
Oh yeah, you too. I'll give it to you in a minute.